ॐ श्री परमात्मने नमः। अथ गीताध्यानश्लोकाः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणी। नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे यतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वत्तैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनम् देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोत्पला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सोत्तीर्णं खलु पाण्डवैरणनदी कैवर्तकः केशवः पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलम् गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटम् नानाख्यानककेसरम् हरिकथा सम्बोधना बोधितम् लोके सज्जनषट्पदैरहरहः पीयमानं मुदा भूयाद्भारतपङ्कजं कलिमल प्रध्वंसिनः श्रेयसे मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घ्यते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभाङ्गं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिहृद्ध्यानगम्यम् वन्दे विष्णुं भवभयहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुः सुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय कृष्णाय क्लिष्टकारिणे नमो वेदान्तवेद्याय गुरवे बुद्धिसाक्षिणे सर्वोपनिषदो गावः दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत् गीताशास्त्रमिदं पुण्यम् यः पठेत् प्रयतः पुमान् विष्णोः पदमवाप्नोति भयशोकादिवर्जितः एकं शास्त्रं देवकी पुत्रगीतम् एको देवो देवकी पुत्र एव एको मन्त्रस्तस्य नामानि यानि कर्माप्येकं तस्य देवस्य सेवा ॐ श्रीकृष्णाय परमात्मने नमः पूर्वतनकक्षायां वयम् अयं श्लोकः दृष्टवन्तः श्लोकः श्लोकं श्लोकं दृष्टवन्तः अपि चेत् सुदुराचारः भजते माम् अनन्यभाक् साधुरेव समन्तव्यः सम्यग् व्यवसितो हि सन् इति उक्तवान् तदनन्तरं वदति तस्य विषये भगवान् आ, उत्सृज्य च बाह्यं अर्थवतः
English.
we are done
Oh, we're done
yesterday.
with this. What is the meaning of this? Quickly, can I see?
Yesterday, you did not join yesterday?
Yesterday.
You didn't join. Okay, so what he's saying is, Abhichet, so Duracharaha, one who is a very, very bad acharas, who does not have any good acharas, so Duracharaha, Bhajate Mam Ananya Bhak, without having anything else in his mind. He does bhakti towards me, even then, Apichet, even then, sadhureva samantavyaha, he should be considered to be acceptable or good, in fact, sadhu ityukte good. Sadhureva samantavyaha, samyak vyavasitaha, he, saha, because of the fact that his mind is at the right place. Samyak vyavasitaha.
I think you had some discussion on this yesterday, yes? I saw on the group.
Yes, we had a very nice discussion.
I think the my takeaway from this is he is a sadhu, but it's not that while he has bad conduct, he is not a sadhu. It's more that if he starts worshipping him, then automatically he'll become good. So at that time, he should be considered a sadhu. It's not that because you see many religious people with bad conduct. In that case, like you can say they're not truly worshipping Bhagavad. Their conduct is not changing. So ultimately, people's conduct has to change through worship of Bhagavad. So it's not that you simply worship anyone who has bad conduct just because they say that externally they show as though they're worshipping Bhagavad or anything.
Yes. Can you summarize yesterday's discussion that we had?
That is my understanding. Was there anything else?
Yes, we discussed a lot about this particular verse.
What?
Something in the meeting tab needs your attention. Are you still there? Call this. Nobody joined. That's what it is. Astu.
The discussion went was with the idea that if a person, so what is it exactly, what is durachara? So he was giving examples of bhaktas who may worship in a very wrong manner, not in a according to the vidhi. So, for example,
Okay.
Kannappa
Yeah,
and
Kandan.
other examples he gave, was it Pundarika or someone, etc., who are worshipping with Ananya Bhakti,
Hmm.
but not in the correct achara. So
Right.
that is what his interpretation of the word durachara was. The
Right.
other interpretation is a person who is actually committing sins, as in crimes. So
Okay.
durachara, one who is deeply entrenched in sinister actions.
Hmm.
So, and he was giving another example of dharma vyadha.
Hmm.
So his point was that if you are doing it detached in a sense of a duty,
Hmm.
even if a person is durachara, because that person has a sense of duty and oneness with the with Atma, they are still they're acceptable. They are sadhus only. They must be
Hmm.
accepted as sadhus.
Okay.
My and Usha Arya's point was that this may mean like a point of redemption. That even if a person has been a sudurachari, one who has
Hmm.
been committing sins, I mean crimes, as in,
Hmm.
if one chooses to now steer himself towards Bhagavan, towards Atma, and puts all his mind, his or her mind, completely on one object,
Hmm.
in this case being God,
Hmm.
then maybe Krishna is saying, then this fellow does have a chance of being still a sadhu.
Right.
Sadhureva sa mantavyaha, because now he or she has resolved to take a better path.
Right. Right. Yeah. So I also think that yeah, makes sense. That first point which you said about durachara, like not worshipping in a different way, like Kanapana. I think that it's not just about like achara is not just about external action, right? It's also about intention. It's also very contextual. So, like, if there is a need for all kind of like, so supposing there's a lot of toxicity, for example,
Hmm.
within someone, so to purify that, they might need. It's much better taking it to God than to take it to some other place. So, like that, so certain things might be warranted, but the what matters is the intention. It's not so much the external action.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I don't like. I would not say that achara is just about external action. It's also about like,
That's exactly
or
what
what is needed at that time, and like whether it's leading to good or not in the end.
that is what Shankaracharya also says.
Okay.
Utsrujya
Uh-huh.
cha bahyam duracharam.
Hmm.
Although he shows durachara on the outside, antaha, but inside सम्यक् व्यवसितः सम्यक् व्यवसिताय सामर्थ्यात्, because of the fact that he is सम्यक् व्यवसितः, he has good intentions. No, what is सम्यक् व्यवसितः?
Vyavasaya is, like you said, literally it means work, labor. One who has matured in the intellect, one
Hmm.
who is samyak vyavasitaha, one who is properly matured, meaning one who has fixated on one thing through ananya bhajana, and the buddhi. This is about the mind. The mind is not distracted by anything else. It's not swayed away by something else. The buddhi can still, even though it is steady, it may be steady on the wrong things.
Hmm.
Therefore,
सम्यक्
samyak
व्यवसितः.
vyavasitaha, properly it has labored and fixed on the right thing, resolved on the right thing.
Okay.
तदनन्तरमस्ति
क्षिप्रं भवति धर्मात्मा
क्षिप्रम् भवति धर्मात्मा
शश्वच्छान्तिं निगच्छति
शश्वच्छान्तिम् निगच्छति
कौन्तेय प्रतिजानीहि
कौन्तेय प्रतिजानीहि
न मे भक्तः प्रणश्यति
न मे प्रणश्यति मे भक्तः न प्रणश्यति, he does not disappear इति नाशः तस्य नास्ति कस्य कीदृशस्य हे कौन्तेय प्रतिजानीहि know this,
Hmm.
is that correct? प्रतिजानीहि, what is he is just he is pratijani,
No,
no
janihi itself is
jani,
the
no,
understand.
okay, किं क्षिप्रं भवति धर्मात्मा, क्षिप्रम् इत्युक्ते
शीघ्रम्.
शीघ्रमिति वा,
Hmm.
क्षिप्रं धर्मात्मा निगच्छति, कुत्र निगच्छति, शश्वच्छान्तिं, he will go into shanti, Shashwat. What is Shashwat?
Shashwata Shantim.
शाश्वत शांतिं निगच्छति धर्मात्मा यः अस्ति मम भक्तः सः क्षिप्रं quickly obtains shashwata shanti. Maybe it is samadhi. I
Hmm.
can relate this
Yeah,
to samadhi.
Shashwata
The
Sma.
one who is his bhakta,
Hmm.
who is quickly able to go into samadhi and come out, etc. That kind of person. He Kaunteya Pratijanihi. Know this. Saha bhaktaha na pranashyati. He
What is
does
that?
not disappear in the sense that
Hmm.
I am always looking at him. Iti. Na
Hmm.
pranashyati.
But Shashwata Shanti, it's not just Samadhi because Samadhi is a yogic state, but like
There is
Advaita
more
is
like
even it's
again
a yogic like
correct in the sense
this
that
thing.
when
Hmm.
uh, the samadhi itself matures and they are able to see Bhagavan everywhere. I think
Ah,
that is
right.
what could be.
Yeah, Sthita Prajna. For
Yes,
Shashwata, they're saying so final. Like,
correct.
I read it more like in line with what my interpretation of the previous shloka was, that even a person who was wrongdoing, evildoer, has now chosen to be on the right path. Therefore, will now Kshipram Bhavati Dharmatma, if he or she sustains on that path of doing Ananya Bhajana and keeping the buddhi resolved on one place and having done a lot of mature labor,
Hmm.
then quickly even that person will become equivalent to a Dharmatma and will obtain the same result.
He is not, he is a Dharmatma
Hmm.
Sakshat.
No, Bhavati, Dharmatma Bhavati. He will become
Hmm.
Kshipram Bhavati Dharmatma,
Okay.
Shashwat Shantim and then he or she will get Shashwat
Shanti.
Shanti.
Hmm.
And understand this, O Kauntaya, Pratijanihi means like understand well.
Hmm.
Pratijanihi, understand with conviction that surely my bhakta will never disappear away from me. For me.
Adbhutam. Samyak Uktam. Let's see what Shankaracharya has to say. क्षिप्रम् इत्युक्ते शीघ्रम् भवति धर्मात्मा धर्मचित्तः एव धर्मात्मा धर्मचित्तः एव धर्मात्मा भवति. He becomes one whose chitta is filled with dharma. तदनन्तरं शश्वत् नित्यं शान्तिं च उपशमम् इति नित्यम् उपशमं निगच्छति प्राप्नोति. So he obtains shanti upashama nitya shanti complete. So in the sense that whatever have been bothering him till now,
hmm.
all of them will go away iti.
Hmm.
इत्यपि वक्तुं शक्यते. शृणु परमार्थं. This is the paramartha. कौन्तेय प्रतिजानीहि निश्चिता प्रतिज्ञां कुरु.
Hmm.
निश्चिता प्रतिज्ञां कुरु. Know this. न मे मम भक्तः मयि समर्पित अंतरात्मा मद्भक्तः न प्रणश्यति इति उक्तवान्. So, having given up his external evil behavior due to strength of his internal proper resolve, Pripram Bhavati, he soon becomes verily Dharmatma, possessed of virtuous mind, and Nigachati, he attains Shashwat, everlasting, Shantim, peace. Uh,
Quietude, I think.
Quietude, okay. Quietude, yes. O Kaunte, O son of Kunti, listen to the supreme truth. Pratijanihi, do you proclaim boldly, make a firm declaration that my bhaktaha, my devotee who has dedicated his inner being to me, does not pranashyati, get ruined. Yuktavan.
Meaning that I think he may be saying the second line in the sense that a person may still have the guilt that they may go to Naraka or they may be punished forever, like in this eternal hell. But he is clarifying that no, if one has given their soul and heart to me as being Ananya Bhajana, now they are my bhaktas, therefore I will not allow them to get pranasha.
We'll go to the next shloka.
Mam hi.
Mam hi partha. Oh, sorry.
No, please do.
Please.
मां हि पार्थव्यपाश्रित्य
मां हि पार्थव्यपाश्रित्य
स्युः पापयोनयः
येऽपि स्युः पापयोनयः
स्त्रियो वैश्यास्तथा शूद्राः
स्त्रियो वैश्यास्तथा शूद्राः
तेऽपि यान्ति परां गतिम्.
तेऽपि यान्ति परां गतिम्.
It's a very controversial shloka.
Yes, yes, I read this.
पार्थः
I read this.
व्यपाश्रित्य व्यपाश्रित्य इत्युक्ते by doing आश्रय of me मां व्यपाश्रित्य येऽपि स्युः पापयोनयः they might be पापयोनयः. Okay. Yeah. So hey Partha, you might be thinking that Stris, Vaishyas, Shudras, etc. are not good enough. But no, even they are great people. They obtain me only. Paramangatim te gacchanti iti uktavan Bhagavan. So he is not calling Stri, Vaishya and Shudra Papa Yoni. Don't make that mistake.
That is the point of conflict.
Don't make that mistake.
Yeah, often people like to interpret it like that. Even them, but it's not like. So one thing is, it could be saying it from the point of view of just.
Striya.
Yeah,
His point of view is that Kaunteya, hey Partha, because you are the king, you might think that everybody else is below you. Don't think that way.
that is one interpretation. Yeah, definitely.
That's what I think.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Because Krishna is always teaching lovingly.
Yeah,
Correct.
It's one thing we should always keep in mind. Let's see what Shankaracharya has to say. Any discussion before that? You want to fight it out?
We want to fight it out.
No,
Go ahead.
Everyone is great, and everyone is great. Literally, there's no.
The point, the
So
problem,
it's not about where you are placed in life or what you are doing, and nothing matters.
No, the point that they used to attack Hinduism and especially Krishna and these Bhashikaras is the point that how they interpret Papa Yonaya. The usual meaning of Papa Yonaya, if it was independent, is like the animals which are said to be born because of their papas, they get lower births. Even the same thing is clarified in the 16th chapter when Krishna says, those who are Asuri Vrittis, I'll put them into Kshipami Ajasram Ashubhan Asurishveva Yonishu. They'll whatever.
I'll say something.
Okay. So he casts them into Papa. So those are usually called the Papa Yoni, Krishna. And then Ishvara. Ishvara casts people who do Papa and Asuri Vritti to lower beings. So they were usually called Papa Yonaya. The point of conflict comes because they try to associate, and many Bhashakaras are very unclear of how this, they either use it independently as a word that means to refer to animals and other beings, lower creatures, or is it a Visheshana for these three people? Striyo Vaishyas Tatha Shudraha Ye
So
Papayonayah.
it is just showing your bias. If you already think Stri, Vaishya, Shudra, etc. are lower,
Correct.
then you will say that these are Papayonis. But if you don't have that bias,
Correct.
you will say that the Papayonis are there, Striyaha santi, Vaishyaha santi, Shudraha santi, te sarve api paramangatim labhante iti. Yanti.
Satyam.
Iti manye.
You wanted to say something?
पापोऽहं पापकर्माः पापात्मा पापसम्भवः अहमेव पापसम्भवः अहमेव पापयोनिः इति अन्यः कः?
Satyam.
So when you say papoham papakarmaham etc., you are yourself saying that I am a papayoni. I am born because of my papa.
Correct. Satyam.
No? What do you say to that?
Correct. No, but that is our interpretation. The point they're raising is because the Bhasha is unclear about it.
Okay.
Now let's read the Bhashya and see
Let's see what Shankaracharya has to say.
Because I also agree with you completely. It's not that Papa Yona has to belong to any particular category or like anything else. Because like in every case, like what people have to do to achieve moksha is different. But it's not that how close or far they are from moksha, that doesn't matter. Like
Exactly.
Yeah.
All of them are equal. Bhagavan has samadrushti.
Yeah.
He does not have a different view towards different people. Mam hi yasmat partha व्यपश्रित्य माम् आश्रयत्वेन गृहीत्वा योऽपि भवेयुः पापयोनयः पापायोनिः येषां ते पापयोनयः पापजन्मानः
Papakarma.
ते के इति आह
Exactly. This is where the
ते
point of
के इति
confusion.
आह स्त्रियः वैश्याः तथा शूद्राः तेऽपि यान्ति गच्छन्ति परमां प्रकृष्टां गतिम्. Okay, Shankaracharya has the bias. He is saying, Krishna is saying, who are these Yonayaha? He is clarifying that he is referring, like Shankaracharya is saying, Krishna is referring to Stris, Vaishya, Shudras to mean Yonis. That is what Shankaracharya is saying.
Yeah, this is a like interpretation I think.
Hmm.
But yeah,
No,
I honestly do not.
But I'll tell you why. I'll tell you the reason why he does that. Because the very next shloka he says Kim Punar Brahmana. Then what is to speak of these Punya Brahmanas? So he's contrasting Punya Brahmanas. Yeah, of course, that is also again debatable. But and Rajarshi, which means Rajas and Brahmanas who are Punyas, to contrast it with these three, because the society when which they lived was in this way, that there was a certain privilege and more rights and freedom given to Brahmanas and Rajarshayah. And so the next sloka is telling what then to tell of these punyas who are like who are Brahmanas and Rajarshis. They of course will come to me only, having known this Asukha Loka, etc. So that is the idea.
Come on, read it.
Kim punar brahmana punya
Kim punarbrahmana punya
Rajarshayasthatha
bhakta rajarshayasthatha
Anityam sukham lokam
anityam sukham lokam
imam prapya bhajasva mam.
imam prapya bhajasva ma. Imam asukham anityam lokam prapya bhajasva.
Mam bhajasva.
Mam bhajasva. Whom he is saying bhajasva, it is second person, right?
To Krishna, I mean to
Arjuna.
Arjuna. He's saying, what use are you going to do with this world which is anitya and asukha? Since you have now been born in this, do bhajana of me.
Kim punar brahmanaha punyaha bhaktaha rajarshayasthatha kim punaha brahmanaha rajarshayaha, etc. Why do you want to become brahmana, rajarshi, etc.? Obtain me. What are you doing? Asukam lokam. Let go of this bad world. Why are you craving for brahmanatva or rajatva? Let go of it. Come to me. That's what I think. What do you say?
Yeah, it's a little unclear.
What to say of that? Yeah, like the standard translation which I have read is like what Sudarshan only said.
Is it?
Yeah.
But I can see it, right? Kim punaha brahmanaha punya bhaktaha rajarshayasthatha. Why are you say thinking of brahmana, rajarshi, etc.? Kim punaha. Why are you thinking like that? Nasti va. Na vaktum shakyate.
Very plausible. Actually, let's take on it.
Anityam asukam lokam prapya. You already gotten all this anitya asukha loka. Bhajasva mam. Bhajasva mam. Do bhajana to me. Obtain, like, understand yourself.
Nice.
Yes.
That's what I think.
Yeah, that's a
good interpretation. Yes.
Excellent interpretation.
Namaste, Usha ma'am.
Thanks.
Namaskara, Samaya.
Yes. Feel free to interject anywhere. You can. This is a discussion after also.
Yeah, sure.
So अत्र वदति किं पुनः ब्राह्मणाः पुण्याः पुण्ययोनयः भक्ताः राजर्षयः तथा राजानश्च ते ऋषयश्च इति राजर्षयः न सर्वे राजाः केवलं राजर्षयः जनकवत् इति वदति राजर्षयः. सो अन्ये राजाः ये सन्ति ते पुण्ययोनयः न इति.
सत्यं.
केवलं राजर्षयः एव पुण्य इत्युक्ते किं? यः आत्मा विचारं करोति, यः कृष्णं ज्ञातुं प्रयत्नं करोति, यः विश्वं ज्ञातुं प्रयत्नं करोति, यः सः एव पुण्ययोनि
सत्यम्
इति मन्ये. अतः अनित्यं क्षणभङ्गरं सारी क्षणभङ्गुरं. What is क्षणभङ्गुरं?
Which can break in a moment. Kanguram.
Bhanguram.
Using a breakable word it is. Okay, I mean, the world may not, but at least our minds will break looking at the world.
क्षणभङ्गुरम् इत्युक्ते, see, the world is with me only. If I wake up, the world is there.
Pralayam, what is that? Unmesha nimishotpanna vipanna bhuvanavali. With opening your eyes and closing your eyes, you have created and destroyed the world.
That's what. He is doing that.
You're also doing
For
that.
me, when I go to sleep,
Yeah.
the world is gone. When I wake up. So,
Yeah, the microcosmic, like, it's a microcosmic, like, whatever, like, parallel to the same.
सुखञ्च सुखवर्जितं सुखवर्जितम् इमं this लोकं मनुष्यलोकं प्राप्य पुरुषार्थ साधनं दुर्लभं मनुष्यत्वं लब्ध्वा. After getting manushyattva, that itself is hard. Even then you have to get purusharthas, which is even harder. What are you doing all this? Kim Rajaswamam.
So good. Yeah, after last 3 years are so like good because he's saying that there's a very easy path. So before that, I was like there for the class before that. So he said worshipping me is very easy. And then it had Shankara Bhagavad Pada asked like how at the end of the commentary. So this is right after that, right?
Yes, he is continuing from there on.
Okay.
It's 3
Makes sense.
slokas after this.
Yeah, this is so good.
So that's what he's saying.
So
So
he's saying it doesn't matter like how much punya papa you have actually if you just like bhajan
Brahmana,
yeah
Rajarshaya.
correct. So they have been so someone who is in a very high status who has like a lot of sattva or who is able to like be in a situation where they can do a lot of worship. For example, like they have been given an opportunity, but that does not mean they necessarily use it well. So he's saying that, so he's breaking that idea that it doesn't matter where you're from. You can even have like best opportunities. You can have like very sattvic nature and all that, but it doesn't like matter as if you don't like worship me at all.
Right.
And like there is this thing in like uh, there's these ashtapashas in tantra. So they are also part of that is these things like lajja and feeling kula, shila, jati. So shila is feeling good. I think that you are very good. So feeling good about that. So all of these very subtle things, which so it's often said that this is a very like actually all these are good. Like so there are more obvious things that you can get over, but through sattva like. Like greed and kama, krodha, lobha, moha, madha, matsarya. Those are all more obvious. So these are considered to be much more subtle. So even someone with high level of sattva can fall prey to them.
Yeah.
So yeah. So but up to a point, these certain things are good. For example, it's good to feel proud that you're doing something good because you're reinforcing it. It's good to have like shame if you're doing something bad. So this is considered to be something at very high level that you get rid of that itself. Yeah, this it reminded me of this where he says even things like where punya, if you've done a lot of punya, it's a good thing actually to normally be proud of it and to say, okay, I'll continue on this good path. But for attaining moksha, that can also become an obstacle. So yeah, I just remembered that
Amazing.
from reading this. That's it. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
But even if you were to keep in line with the usually popular commentary that, in fact, Krishna is the point of contention comes with the words Papa Yoni and Punya Yoni. Punya. Krishna is of course saying that even they will come to me. So he is making the path clear that all the 5 people of the 5 classes of the society will come to me. But the contention was that why are these 2 classes? Why is it so obvious? When you say Kim Punaha, what is to say of is what the popular interpretation is. If Striya, Vaishya, Shudras and Papayonis, or rather as Papayonis, can themselves come to me, then what is to speak of Brahmana? So my interpretation is the word Brahmana wherever it occurs in the Vedas is always used to refer to only the Brahmajnani.
Yes.
It's never used in the context of the word Vipra or other Dvija etc. are used for the Janma Brahmanas. But the word Brahmana It is usually used in the context of
Brahmajnani.
Brahmajnani.
Hmm.
And so, of course, like you said, Rajarshayaha it is. One who is a Rajarshi, like Janaka,
Hmm.
though who may be born in the kingdom, the kingly regal family, but is also a Rishi. So, what then to speak of those who are Brahmajnanis already and the Rajarshis? Of course, they are already in the Paramam Gatim. And there the words Striya Vaishya Shudra, I have heard Swami Tapasya, Tejavayananda, the disciple of Chinmayananda, interpret it as there it is not used to refer to the classes of people of society, but rather the gunas. So Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. Those who are captivated by Sattvas are called Stris, not the women. And Vaishya are the Rajas. And Shudra Tamas. He gives a reason. There he says the word Shudra literally means one to do seva. So those who are engaged in doing the seva of their own body, enjoying their senses,
Hmm.
who consider, so that is a state of tamas, right? Being very self-indulgent.
Hmm.
And then Vaishya are those who transact with the world. Vaishana means to transact with the world.
Hmm.
Using this.
Hmm.
So they're participating in the world and making a living out of it.
Hmm.
Whereas Stri, the word Stri, you can just look up the origin. It comes from str, to cover. So those who are, like you said, lajja, right? Those who are very conscious of lajja, of
Okay.
shame.
Okay.
So those like sattva who are very conscious of the path they're traversing.
Hmm.
So this was of course it's a little stretched interpretation.
Very stretched.
So he is
Okay.
giving that.
Stru iti dhatu va?
Hmm.
Sri
No,
Uvacha
dhatu bata.
Pumvacha. Oh, dhatu. Sri Pumvacha. Oh, that's a sutra. Okay. Dhatu part hai. Stru. To kiss. Striksh. Karantam siddh.
Str.
Stru. Striksh. Aitadeva va?
Str iti dhatu. Str.
Okay, let me. Okay. Can we not?
Put capital R.
I was just trying to. Yes. Let's take it from here and search.
Not stra. Str.
Oh, I see. Making sure.
Anyhow, I think the reason why he interprets that way, I think, is because like we were discussing of Dakshinamurti, right? There he says Balandha Stri.
Hmm.
There also he uses the same interpretation because it suits well there.
So what is exactly the root derivation of Sri? I didn't get. You said it's related to Lajja.
Lajja, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's why they say like become abashed like a Stri, right? Like women are usually said to be very
They are
lajja,
more sensitive. I
sensitive,
guess.
exactly.
That sensitivity
That is a
and that sort of
characteristic.
openness, acceptance, all of those are feminine qualities.
Correct.
Yeah, makes sense.
Astu. What about my interpretation? What do
Your
you think?
interpretation actually is very nice. But then you should put this line, like go to the previous shloka.
प्रियः वैश्याः शूद्राः एवञ्च ये पुण्यजनाः सन्ति पुण्याः कुत्र अस्ति अग्रे भवतु पुण्याः ब्राह्मणाः राजर्षयः तथा
भक्ताः
सर्वे अपि कुत्र सन्ति
अनित्यम असुखम लोकम
अनित्यमसुखं लोके सन्ति किं कुर्वन्ति
भजस्व मां
भजस्व मां किं पुनः
why do you want this again anitya sukha loka kim punah why do you want to come back to this
किं पुनः
Yeah, oh nice.
why again
Why again?
once again
yeah.
I think that's what
Oh,
I
maybe
think.
I agree a lot with like your interpretation because it's
not
like I honestly don't think that anyone has an advantage or disadvantage when it comes to moksha. For worldly things, yes, everyone has limitations. Like everyone can do only certain things. Everyone can't do everything.
Yeah.
So like regardless of who you are, everyone has only fixed set of things which they have to do. And
But I think
but like for moksha, I don't see why like It's not that anyone is placed above anyone else in terms of
I
moksha.
have a different this
Huh.
one.
Yes, ma'am.
Huh.
Yeah, here the word Brahmana, which we already know, which
Hmm.
are twice born. I mean, and also Rajashri, that is in the last word. That means you already got enlightened a little and knowledgeable.
Hmm.
You already knowledgeable. Even the normal people, irrespective of gender and kula and their profession, they can come reach me. But you already been fine tuned. You've already learned person. Then why you go back? That means those who are in the first step. Let's take there are three steps to reach Bhagwan, and those who are in the first step only can reach. But you already crossed the first step and you got jnana as a brahmana or a rajarshi. Then why do you want to get attached to the, the body which anyway perishes?
Correct, ma'am.
Oh, okay. So you're saying someone who already has some spiritual insight.
Yeah,
Mm.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yes, that can also be taken. Yes. Okay.
मन्मना भव मद्भक्तो
Manmana bhava mat bhakto
मद्याजी मां नमस्कुरु
madhyaji man namaskuru
मामे वैष्यसि युक्त्वैवम्
mame vaishyasi yuktvaivam
आत्मानं मत्परायणः
atmanam matparayana mameva ishyasi you will come to me only who atmanam
युक्त्वा
yuktva yuktva atmanam the one who has done yoga
with me
with the atma
with
itself
me
which
yeah
is me Mamaishyasi, he will obtain me only. Mat parayanaha.
one who thinks of me only as the supreme
Mat parayanaha ityukte atma parayanaha.
mm.
The one who sees atma everywhere. Atma parayanaha yaha asti. Saha kim karoti? He is telling manmana bhava. The one who is filled with whose manas is fixed on atma. Manmana bhava. Mad bhaktaha bhava.
Mm.
Mad yaji bhava. मामेव नमस्कुरु
Mm.
इति उक्तवान् अद्भुतम् एनी डिस्कशन टू बी हैड
Basically this is a pointer to how to become ananya bhag how to
करेक्ट
be absolutely single pointed all so if your mind is flowing flow the mind towards me
Hmm.
if you are getting emotions become direct them all to me
Hmm.
if you want to do a spiritual sadhana do it to me
Hmm.
if you want to prostrate and be humble with your body do it to me
Hmm.
Mame vai, and therefore in this way when you give all yourself matparayana atma parayana that you think of conceptually or at least even by the buddhi that I am the greatest I am the most important thing I as an atma being the most important then your atma you will join it to me which will anyway lead you to me
सो यू विल गेट योर ओन
atma
you will get brahma sakshatkar I think
Mm. This is actually repeated twice. This is a very nice shloka. It's repeated in the 18th chapter. They're called as the Charma shlokas. So these there are two or three, I think. Two, I think. This is one, and the Sarvadharman Parityajya Mamekam, that is the other. So they are considered very important because they are like the summary. What is the abstract of Bhagavad Gita?
Hmm.
Abstract is these two.
I was about to tell that actually after looking into the 30th sloka, and then from then onwards, says anybody can come to me in the sense if you get confused, forget about
Mm.
all the things, just only follow karma yoga and bhakti yoga and all the yoga, the details of it, if you get bombarded, just keep it aside, you will come to me. Just
Correct.
only remember me. That's all. Like, yeah.
Satyam.
Dhanyawad. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
Pranav, you have
I
it.
wanted to add one thing. Yeah, like related to the point which you mentioned. I think that Yeah, so like all the yogas are good. Like I feel they are very useful to practice and learn when you are able to practice and learn that. But like bhakti is the only thing to fall back on when like even if you try when you try your best once you've done everything you can do, Ishvara Pranidhana is the only thing that's left. So I think that that's really, in a sense, it's the ultimate. Like it's beyond all practices at all, and like it can take you beyond anything. So that's one reason I think that it takes you beyond any other like formal practice or anything like that. Yeah,
Nice.
feel free to disagree if you feel like others are,
But there,
but this
bhakti
is
people will usually get confused by doing this bhajana, this singing and
yeah,
dancing.
yeah.
But that
That's
is not
not
bhakti.
the
Is the resolve to always be connected and committed to one
Uh,
idea.
yeah,
That is
I
how I
think
view
that's
bhakti.
part of the like Bhakti Yoga also has certain methods and things like that, puja and all these things. But I think that's important. But finally, like Bhakti is when like you can't do anymore, you're stuck. Then
Hmm.
like what you do at that time, that I think is like, I mean, I feel that Bhakti is the only thing left at that point. Yeah.
There are two, this one like input I got from
Mm,
yesterday's discussion. Happened to get one insight from one of our member, Shriman Ritvik. He just also said, what is Achara you think so? And he mentioned in a very subtle way is the Achara in this Kali Yuga is little difficult.
mm,
So what happens is like if person has to have he's of a different profession, he may not be able to get up at 4 o'clock and then finish do the all the
mm,
necessary things and do the dhyana and all those things. Whenever he finds a time and do the smarana, Bhagwan smarana, even he'll accept that. That means over there the achara, that is nitya karma achara, is
mm,
being lost.
mm,
So that is the one thing.
mm, mm,
And from our elderly was like, Vedana, like Tauji, what I got it. It's like we need bhakti and achara together. It's like a blind person helping a person who's limping. So you fall back
mm,
because we have got so many constraint. So we may not have the knowledge of what are the acharas to be done, or we may not have the facilities to do that. So it goes hand in hand. That's what it reduced to. So this one I'm just sharing it.
mm.
Sadhu.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Makes a lot.
Yes. Let's see.
Done.
I just wanted to say one thing also, so when he Sringeri Jagat Gurus and like other gurus also I've heard, so they all often say that we are not saying that you have to follow everything perfectly. We're only saying follow as much as you can, then leave the rest to Bhagavan. So like I think that's so even like another person also like said in his speech. He said like Ishvara Pranidhana, this is from yogi perspective. So he was saying that Ishvara Pranidhana will not work if you don't try your best and you simply like are passive in the beginning. So yeah, Achara, like I think that Pranidhana comes only once you've given it your all and done your best. So, I think both are very important. And like you said, I agree completely that like ma'am said, agree completely. Kali Yuga, we can't do much. Like back in the day, rishis maybe could be perfect jnana yogis or like Raja yogis. They had that, their bodies were and minds were so good that, or well trained, that they could do lots of intense tapas. They voluntarily put themselves through so much suffering and like they were okay with it. They could remain shanta. But like, I don't know how many people, like, it's generally assumed that very few people can do that these days in Kali Yuga. So yeah, just what you said makes sense.
Hmm.
Nice. मयि वासुदेवे मनः यस्य सः त्वं मन्मनाः यस्य वासुदेवे मनः ते मन्मनाः येषु भव तादृशमन्मनाः भव तथा मद्भक्तः भव मद्याजी मद्यजशीलः भव मामेव च नमस्कुरु मामेव ईश्वरं येष्यसि आगमिष्यसि युक्तात्मा युक्तात्मा समाधाय चित्तम् यस्य सः युक्तात्मा the one who is composed heart who is of composed mind he is a yuktatma saha mameva eshyasi he comes to me aham hi sarvesham Bhutanam Atma Khalu. I am already the Atma of every Bhuta, everything that exists. Paracha Gatihi. What is Paracha Gatihi?
I am the supreme destination.
I am also, yeah, he also already said, I am only the
Mame Vaishya Paramam Gatim.
I am only that supreme goal or the end goal. Paramam Ayanam Ayanam ityukte
Goal.
goal iti eva va Ayanam tam mam evam bhutam tam mam evam bhutam that kind of me eshyasi iti atitena sambandhaha eshyasi atitena sambandhaha. So is he talking about past?
No, no. He already told about Ashyasi, Agachasi. He's saying you have to connect Param Ayanam Mam Evam Bhutam. That this Paramam Gatim, Parama, he's just elaborating that, saying that who is this Mam Atmanam? Uh, Mameva Ashyasi, he said, no, Agamishyasi. Who is this Mam? This Mam is Param Ayanam. This is the supreme abode. He's saying as it fall, you have to take this with the previous Sambandha. Atitena, you have to create a relationship between this word and this Mam.
Okay, I see. Matparayanaha san ityarthaha iti. So the one who is committed to me, who is committed to yoga iti. Srimad Paramahamsa Parivrajakacharyasya Shri Govinda Bhagavad Pujya Pada Shishyasya Srimad Shankara Bhagavad Srimad Shankara Bhagavata Krutau
Bhagavad Gita Bhashye
Bhashye
Navamodhyaya.
Navamodhyayah.
It's a big tongue twister. I used to saying that at the end of every stotram. It covers almost everything. So
ॐ स्वस्तिः प्रजाभ्यः
परिपालयन्ताम् न्यायेन मार्गेण महीम् महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यम् लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु
काले वर्षतु
पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयम् क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः पुत्राः पुत्रिणः सन्तु पौत्रिणः धनाः सधनाः सन्तु जीवन्तु शरदां शतम्. That's enough. We can start the next Adhyaya. We still have 10 more minutes. 15 more minutes.
We'll stop anyways. No?
Yeah, or we can discuss, we can reflect on this overall.
Yes, we can reflect
few
on what
minutes.
was said.
Because we started this chapter sometime back, right? I
Correct.
remember everything which was there. Yes.
Ultimately, this Raja Vidya, Raja Guhya, what is the royal secret, the most guarded secret? What
This is the royal secret.
Manmana Bhava.
Manmana
Just
Bhava.
start.
So that is what
Keep thinking of the Atma.
Brahmana kim Kshatriya Vaishya Shudra Stri iti chintayati etat sarvam ma chintaya mam namaskuru mameva namaskuru mad bhakto bhava iti yuktavan Bhagavan. Bhajasva mam. He Partha mameva bhajasva iti yuktavan Bhagavan. Tadeva. That is the summary. He only gave a summary.
Going to ask ChatGPT for the summary.
Saved us so much trouble.
Yeah, going to ask ChatGPT for it.
It's like turning to the last page of the lesson and then saying a summary.
The next chapter
Actually,
is
if
very
we just
easy.
combine all the shlokas, it says like I am the Adhyaksha of all the creation and this one. I just ensure that the every GV is created and how they are going to survive and all this stuff. But I'm not within them in the sense the subtle fabric of it. I'm not there. It's not me. But I ensure that this follows. So don't go to the Maya. Then and also he explains in the between from 10th shloka till the 25th shloka, like that he says how the yogis and how their punya is carried forward and what punya just is not destroyed, and in what circumstances, even the Nishkama Karma Yogi and Sakama Karma Yogi and all the stuff. So he just goes on, and then he says, do the bhakti and focus only on me, as you mentioned in the this one. That's in the from last some 10 shlokas. That is for 25th shloka till now. So everyone can attain me, but only thing is you need to focus on
Hmm.
me, nothing but me.
Doing arpana of everything to him.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you very much for the summary, ma'am.
Thank you.
The next adhyaya is very
What is the name of the adhyaya?
Vibhuti Yoga.
Vibhuti.
So he's
Oh, that's
teaching
too good.
very
Love
easy.
that.
Yeah, keep the Vibhuti and go. So
Vibhuti ityukte good quality.
good qualities. Vishesha Bhuti, a good existence.
Yeah.
So he's trying to, like, he'll give a good tutorial as you do in your courses, and a good tutorial of a live demonstration of, not actually live, first theoretical semi live demonstration of where all I am present in the Himalaya. You can think of, so the question he raises is, you have told all of this that I should be doing all my samarpana to you. How will I do that? I am a, mere mortal. It's very hard to control my mind and so on. So then he says, okay, then start looking at me in this, in Ganga. Look at all the feminine qualities in women. Look at if you look at Shankara, that is Shiva, think that I am there. Look at Vishnu, think I am there. Look at Krishna, I am there. Look at Arjuna, he says very nicely. He says he is praising
Of
Arjuna.
Kshatriyas, I am Arjuna.
Of the Pandavas,
Of the
I'm
Pandavas, sorry.
and out of all those who can
Yeah.
wield weapons, I'm Rama. He says,
Oh.
Rama Shastra Maham. Of all the Aquarius, what is that? Sea creatures, I am crocodile. Jashanam Makaraschasmi. And so those are, I'm Ganga and so on. Yeah, it's very easily you can finish off within 2 days.
It'll be very nice also because we've been wrangling
We'll
with
try
lot
to
of.
bring Advaita there also. So
It's only Advaita.
Yeah.
A equal to B equal to C. A equal to C then.
But it's nice to listen
Shankara
to.
equal to Rama. Equal to Vishnu. But people will not accept it.
Adbhutam.
What I understood is that like Veda Sara, Veda Sara is Vedanta, and from Vedanta is Bhagavad Gita. From Bhagavad Gita is like Bhaja Govindam. And if you just filter it and last remaining only one element, it appears to be Bhaja Govindam, just only Govindam.
Wow.
Let's quickly read Bhaja Govinda Stotram and end for today.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
The next class should be quite relaxing. After we've been having lots of heavy philosophy discussions, the next is just nice to listen to.
Correct.
It's like listening to a stotram about Vishnu, about.
Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam,
Govindam Bhaja Mudhamate Samprapte Sannihite Kale Nahi Nahi Rakshati Dukrunj Karane.
Okay, I have a different tune. You do your tune.
I will do a simpler tune.
Yeah, I have a simpler tune.
This is the MS. Everyone's here. MS Subrash's tune.
Gudhanaagama Trishnam Guru Satbuddhim Manasi Vitrishnam Yallabhase Nija Karmopatam Vikam Tena Vinodaya Chittam Nari Stana Bharana Idesham Vishnamagam Mohavesham Etan Samsadi Vikaram Manasi Vichintaya Varam Varam Nalini Dalagata Janamati Taralam Tatvar Jivita Atishaya Chapalam विद्धि व्याध्यभिमानग्रस्तं लोकं शोकहतं च समस्तं यावद्वित्तोपार्जनसक्तः तावन्निजपरिवारो रक्तः पश्चाज्जीवति जर्जरितेः वार्तां कोऽपि न पृच्छति गेहे यावद्भवनो निवसति देहे तावत् पृच्छति कुशलं गेहे गतवति वायो देहापाये
भार्या बिभ्यति तस्मिन् काये
बालस्तानि क्रीडासक्तः
तरुणस्तावत्तरुणी
सक्तः
वृद्धस्तावच्चिन्तासक्तः
परं ब्रह्मणि कोऽपि न सक्तः वाते कान्तापस्ते पुत्रः संसारोऽयमतीव विचित्रः कस्य त्वं कः कुतः यातः तत्त्वं चिन्तय तदिह भ्रातः सत्सङ्गत्वे निस्सङ्गत्वं निस्सङ्गत्वे निर्मोहत्वं निर्मोहत्वे निश्चलतत्त्वं निश्चलतत्त्वे जीवन्मुक्तिः वयसि गते कः
तापविकारः
शुष्के नीरे कः रासारः क्षीरे वित्ते कः परिवारो ज्ञाते
तत्त्वे कः संसारः
मा कुरु
धनजन यौवनगर्वं हरति निमेषात् कालः
सर्वं मायामयमिदमखिलं हृत्वा ब्रह्मपदं त्वं प्रक्षविदित्वा दिनयामिन्यौ सायं प्रातः शिशिरवसन्तौ पुनरायातः कालः क्रीडति गच्छति यायुस्तविमुञ्चत्याशा वायुः कामे कान्ता धनगतचिन्ता मातुलकिन्तः नास्ति नियन्ता त्रिजगति सज्जनसङ्गतिरेका भवति भवार्णवतरणो नौका जटिलो मुण्डीमुच्छितकेशः काषायाम्बर बहुकृतवेषः पश्यन्नपि च न पश्यति मूढः उदरनिमित्तं बहुकृतवेषः अङ्गं गलितं पलितं मुण्डं दशनविहीनं जातं तुण्डं वृद्धो यादि गृहीत्वा दण्डं तदपि न मुञ्चत्याशापिण्डम् अग्रे वह्नि पृष्ठे भानु रात्रौ चुबुकसमर्पितजानुः करितलभिक्षस्तरुतलवासस्तदपि न मुञ्चत्याशापाशः कुरुते गङ्गा सागरगमनं व्रतपरिपालनमथवा दानं ज्ञानविहीनः सर्वमतेन मुक्तिं न भजति जन्मशतेन सुरमन्दिरतरुमूलनिवासश्चैव भूतलभजिनं वासः सर्वपरिग्रहभोक्त्यं कस्य सुखं न करोति विरागः योगरतो वा भोगरतो वा
सङ्गरतो वा सङ्गविहीनः
यस्य ब्रह्मणि
रमते चित्तं नन्दति नन्दति नन्दत्येव
भगवद्गीता किञ्चिदधीता गङ्गाजलकणिका पीता सकृदपि येन मुरारिसमर्चा क्रियते तस्य यमेन न चर्चा
पुनरपि जननं पुनरपि मरणं पुनरपि जननी जठरेशयनं इह संसारे बहुस्तरे कृपया प्राणिपाहिमुरमुरे
विरचितकन्तः पुण्या पुण्यविवर्जितपन्तः योगी योगनियोजितचित्तो लभते बालोन्मत्तवदेव
तस्त्वं
कोऽहं कुतः कामे जनीकामे इति परिभावय सर्वमसारं विश्वं त्यक्त्वा स्वप्नविचारं त्वयि मयि चान्यत्रैको विष्णुर्व्यर्थं कुप्यसि मय्यसहिष्णुः सर्वस्मिन्नपि पश्यात्मानं सर्वत्रोत्सृज भेदाज्ञानम् शत्रौ मित्रे पुत्रे बन्धौ मा कुरु यत्नं विग्रहसन्धौ भव समचित्तः सर्वत्र त्वं वाञ्छस्य चिरात् यदि विष्णुत्वं कामं क्रोधं लोभं मोहं त्यक्त्वात्मानं भावय कोऽहम् आत्मज्ञानविहीना मूढास्ते पच्यन्ते नरकनिगूढा गीता नाम सहस्रं ध्येयं श्रीपतिरूपमजस्रं नेयं सज्जनसङ्गे चित्तं ते दीनजनसंवित्तं सुखतप्रियते रामभोग पश्चात्थन्तशरीरे रोगः यद्यपि लोके मरणं शरणं तदपि न मुञ्चति पापाचरणम् अर्थमनर्थं भावय नित्यं नास्ति ततः सुखलेशः सत्यं पुत्रादपि भीतिः सुत्रेषां विहिता नीतिः प्राणाय प्रत्याहारं नित्यविवेकविचारं जप्यसमेत समाधिविधानं कुर्ववधानं महदवधानं गुरुचरणाम्बुज निर्भर भक्तः मुक्तः सेव्रियमादेवं द्रक्ष्यसि निजहृदयस्थं देवम् द्रक्ष्यसि निजहृदयस्थं देवं भज गोविन्दं गोविन्दं भज मूढमते सम्प्राप्ते सन्निहिते काले नहि नहि रक्षति धातु करणे
श्रीमत् परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्यस्य श्री गोविंद भगवत पूज्यपाद शिष्यस्य श्रीमत् शंकर भगवत कृतौ मोहमुद्गरः संपूर्णम्.
Nice. So we have actually done at least one of these. I wouldn't say commandments, but at least one suggestion that Shankaracharya gives. Geyam Gita Nama Sahasram. We have studied Bhagavad Gita Kinchit Adhyita. We have studied a little bit of Bhagavad Gita. So now, if a Yama does an altercation with us, it is Krishna's responsibility. He has promised us.
Correct.
And Yama is only Krishna. You
Oh.
are getting, see, you are doing Veda. That is where it's all gone.
For that, we have to do Samarpada, no? Krishnarpanamastu, we'll do.
Correct.
No,
Yeah, we
that's
do.
like,
Sarvam
declaring.
Sarvam Shri Parameshwarararpanamastu. Krishnarpanamastu.
Devyarpanamastu. Jagadambarpanam.
Saha eva saha. Saha. इति तदनन्तरं
धन्यवादः.
that क्षमापणस्तु.
You have not completed the Bhagavad Gita.
No, क्षमापणस्तु श्लोकाः.
यदक्षरफलभ्रष्टं मात्राहीनं च यद्भवेत् तत्सर्वं क्षम्यतां देव नारायणि नमोऽस्तु ते. विसर्गबिन्दुमात्राणि पदपादाक्षराणि च न्यूनानि चातिरिक्तानि क्षमस्व पुरुषोत्तमे.
धन्यवादाः. नमस्काराः.